Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Very good afternoon. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Our distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 8th International Conference on Tropical Studies and its application Ictrops 2025, hosted by Faculty of Engineering, Mulawarman University. It is an honor to have all of the distinguished guests, invited speakers, lecturers, researchers, and students joining us today in the Faculty of Engineering, Mulawarman University. Welcome again to Samarinda, East Kalimantan, Indonesia. We also would like to warmly welcome to all the participants and speakers who join us virtually from abroad. Our conference today carries the theme of resilient tropical futures, digital transformation, green infrastructure, and climate adaptation. Before we begin, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aulia, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today's event. Kindly allow me as well to acknowledge and extend our highest appreciation to our honorable guests and esteemed who come with us today. The Honorable Rector of Mulawarman University, Professor Dr. Insinyur Haji Abdunur, MSA, IPU, ASEAN Engineering. Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you for granting us for your presence in here. The Honorable, the Dean of Faculty of Engineering, Mulawarman University, Professor Dr. Insinyur Haji Tamrin, STMT, IPU, ASEAN Engineering, APEC Engineering. Thank you as well, sir. Really good batik that you're wearing today. The Honorable as well, Vice Dean of our Academic Affairs, Faculty of Engineering, Professor Insinyur Hafiluddin, SCOM, MCOM, PhD, IPU, Asian Engineering, APEC Engineering. Looks like you're really proud wearing the coat of our campus. Thank you. The Honorable Vice Dean of General Administration and Finance, Faculty of Engineering, Insinyur Muslimin, ST, MT, IPM, ASEAN Engineering, APEC Engineering. The Honorable Vice Dean of Student Affairs, Alumni, and Cooperation, Faculty of Engineering, Insinyur Fahrizal Ahnan, ST, MSc. And all of invited speakers, our esteemed speakers, the Honorable as well, the first speaker, Dr. Engineering Insinyur Dutosu Utomo, ST, MT, from Faculty of Engineering, Mulawarman University, Indonesia. The second speaker, the Honorable Associate Professor, Dr. Wan Zakia Wan Ismail, from Advanced Devices and Systems, or ADS, Coordinator, Faculty of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, USIM, Malaysia, who join us in here virtually. The third speaker, the Honorable Associate Professor Narapant Pau Prazet from Kasasert University, Thailand, who also join us in here virtually. And then the fourth speaker, the Honorable Associate Professor Zegors Kowachki, PhD, DSc, the Head of Department of Computer Science and Systems Engineering, Faculty of Information and Communication, from Wrocław University of Science and Technology, Poland. We also would like to give our excellent gratitude for our invited guests. The first one, we are honored to welcome the representative from the Nahdlatul Ulama University of East Kalimantan, attending today on behalf of the acting Vice Rector 1, the esteemed Dr. Kartika Fajrina MPD. Thank you, ma'am, for granting us. We look very beautiful today. We also would like to say the Honorable for Kalimantan Institute of Technology, who become the co-host in a virtual Zoom right now. Thank you and hi virtually to Kalimantan Institute of Technology. We also would like to say the Honorable from STEMIK Wichita campus. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. And all of the deans of Mullah Warman University, representing the Dean of Faculty of Agriculture, Professor Dr. Insinyur A. Syahmat Ramayana, MP. Thank you, sir, for coming in here. Representing the Dean of Faculty of Fisheries and Marine Science, Vice Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Agustina PMSE. Thank you, ma'am, for coming in here. Representing the Dean of Faculty of Training, Teacher and Education, Vice Dean of General Administration and Finance, Professor Dr. Haji Muhammad Nur Hadi MSc. Thank you as well for joining us in here. The Honorable Faculty of Medicine, represented by the Vice Dean too. And we also would like to say thank you for joining us in here, the Honorable from PUPR East Kalimantan. Thank you, ma'am and sir, for coming in here. We would like to say welcome to you to Faculty of Engineering, Mullah Warman University. Thank you all. And also, I would like to say welcome to all the participants of the 8th International Conference on Tropical Studies and its application, Ictrops 2025. A very good afternoon for all of you, and welcome to all of you as well. Before we begin the event, I would like to give you a bit of event information about today. For today's event, we will have 2 sessions of presentations. The first session, we will have 2 distinguished speakers from Indonesia and Thailand. And for the second session presentation, we will have other 2 experienced speakers from Malaysia and Poland. And there will be a Q&A session in each of the presentations. And for the next, we will have the announcement session, announcing the appreciation for the best question you asked of each of the session of presentations, as well as announcing the best paper and the best presenters of this conference. To begin our event, let us rise together and sing the Indonesian National Anthem, followed by the hymn of Mullah Warman University and the March of Faculty of Engineering. For all ladies and gentlemen, we would like to ask you to stand up and sing along, please.
Fakultas Teknik beriman dan bertakwa pada Tuhan yang Maha Esa, berwawasan lingkungan, berasas Pancasila, berbineka tunggal ika. Fakultas Teknik selalu berinovasi, mengembangkan potensi lokal, bermutu dan relevan, berilmu keteknikan, berkembang dan terdepan. Universitas Mulawan Berjaya, Fakultas Teknik bangga memberikan prestasi yang gemilang bagi nusa dan bangsa, membentuk lulusan teknik yang ahli, mandiri dan terampil, di bawah panji-panji Fakultas Teknik, segenap jiwa bantu baktikan.
Thank you so much. You may be seated back. Next, we will have an enjoyment of traditional performance from East Kalimantan, performed specially by UKM Seni dan Kreativitas or Art and Creativity Student Body, Faculty of Economic and Business. This dance was choreographed and directed by Elsa Fianita and Felinda Zahra, a dance that represents the joy and gratitude of the people during harvest season. This dance tells the story of a joy and celebration in a village during the harvest of abundant rice. It symbolizes gratitude and togetherness among the people. The dances, young women express happiness through graceful and lively movement, celebrating nature's blessings. Please welcome to the performance of Tari Pelas Raya. Big applause, please. Give a big applause, please. Thank you. Thank you so much for these beautiful young ladies. What an amazing way to start our today's conference. Next, we will have a praying session showing our gratitude to the God for granting us a chance of having today's conference. To begin this event with blessing, let us listen to a prayer that will be led by Insinyur Reza Alfa Guntara, ST, For Insinyur Reza, we would like to join and would like to invite you to join us on the stage.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bow our heart and mind for a moment to pray to Almighty God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, so that our international conference today can be precious to all of us. I will let this pray based on the teaching of Islam, and those who are not Muslims, you are blessed to pray according to each of your beliefs. For the Muslim, let's start with Ulmul Quran, Al-Fatihah. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Arrahmanir rahim, maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas syiratal mustaqim. Syiratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Hamdan syakirin hamdan na'imin. Hamdan yuafini amahu wa yukafi'u mazida. Ya rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi lil zalali wazkal karimi wa azimi sultanik. Allahumma inna nas'aluka salamatan fid din wa afiatan fil jasad wa ziyadatan fil ilmi wa barakatan fi rizki wa taubatan qoblal maut wa rahmatan indal maut wa maghfiratan ba'dal maut. Allahumma fir lana wa li walidina wal muslimina wal muslimat wal mu'minina wal mu'minat al ahya'i minhum wal amwat innaka ala kulli syai'in qadir. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. In this beautiful place, we gather here today with open heart and mind for this international conference with themes Resilient Tropical Future with Digital Transformation, Green Infrastructure, and Climate Adaptation. Before we pray for guidance, wisdom, and understanding as we share knowledge and perspective across nation, borders, and our listening be active and our interaction be respectful. Help us to learn from one another, to inspire innovation, and to find common ground for the benefit of all. Grant us the clarity to see challenges as opportunities and the courage to work together toward positive solutions. Protect us from misunderstanding in this integration. We are grateful for opportunity to come together here in the pursuit of knowledge and progress. Ya Allah, we believe that you are the one and only who can fulfill our dua. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala sayyidina Muhammad. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wassalamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Amen, amen, amen. Please, peace be upon us. Thank you, Engineer Reza, for the praying session. Now we are honored to listen to the report and welcoming remarks from our respected leaders. Please welcome our chairwoman of Ictrops 2025, Engineer Febrina Zulia, ST, MT, IPM. For Bu Febri, we would like to invite you to join us on the stage. Please give applause to Bu Febrina.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let us offer praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for His countless blessings and for allowing us to gather here today at this event in a spirit of joy, unity, and gratitude. Peace and blessings upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His life and teachings are an everlasting source of inspiration for all of us. The Honorable Rector of Mulawarman University, Profesor Dr. Insinyur Haji Abdul Nur, IPU ASEAN Engineering, APEC Engineering. The Honorable Dean of Faculty of Engineering, Prof. Dr. Insinyur Haji Tamrin ST, MT, IPU ASEAN Engineering, APEC Engineering. The Honorable Vice Dean for Academic Affairs, Faculty of Engineering, Professor Insinyur Hafiluddin Eskom, MCom, PhD, IPU ASEAN Engineering. Honorable Vice Dean for General Administration and Finance, Faculty of Engineering, Insinyur Muslimin STMT, IPM ASEAN Engineering, APEC Engineering. The Honorable Vice Dean for Student Affairs, Alumni and Cooperation, Faculty of Engineering, Insinyur Fahrizal Adnan STMSC. The Honorable all invited speakers, Dr. Eng Insinyur Duto Suh Utomo STMT from Faculty of Engineering Mulawarman University, and Associate Professor Dr. Wan Zakiah Wan Ismail from Malaysia, Associate Professor Dr. Narafon Popraset from Thailand, Associate Professor Dr. Zegor Skolacek PhD DSc from Poland. And honorable for our co-host from Institute Technology of Kalimantan, honorable to all of Dean in Mulawarman University or the representative, and all of distinguished guests from government institutions and companies who attend today, and all of participants of 8 Ictrops 2025. Representing the organizing committee, I warmly welcome all of you to the 8th International Conference on Tropical Studies and its Application, or Ictrops 2025. This annual conference, organized by Faculty of Engineering Mulawarman University, continues to serve as a valuable platform for academics, researchers, and practitioners to exchange ideas and contribute to sustainable development in tropical regions. This year's theme is Resilient Tropical Future, Digital Transformation, Green Infrastructure, and Climate Adaptation. This theme reflects our shared vision of building sustainable, adaptable, and technology-driven solutions to address the challenges faced by tropical society. We are very proud to share that the 8th Ictrops 2025, we received around 65 papers from researchers representing various universities, including 10 November Institute of Technology, Udayana University, Hasanuddin University, 11 Maret University, Alphas Institute of Engineering and Technology from India, Binatrada Polytechnic Semarang, Jember University, Polytechnic of Banjarmasin, Sinarmas Polytechnic PT Braukol, Kalimantan Institute of Technology, Kutai Kartanegara University, and of course Mula Warman University. And we also received submission from research institutions such as Statistik Agan Kamering Ulu Regency from North Sumatra Province. And after a thorough peer review process, selected papers will be published in 2026 through IJASTI Journal indexed by Scopus. This conference served not only a venue for sharing scientific findings, but it's also a bridge for collaboration among academia, industry, and government sectors. We believe that such synergy is essential for achieving sustainable transformation and in fostering resilience within tropical ecosystem and communities. Well, we'd like to express our sincere gratitude to Rector of Mula Warman University and also the Dean of Faculty of Engineering, our keynote speakers, reviewers, committees, and all participants for their invaluable support and contribution to this event. That concludes my remarks. Once again, congratulations for all participants, and may this event be successful, valuable benefits to all of us. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Give a big applause, please, for Insinyur Febrina Zulia, who has been actively preparing this conference international a couple months ago. The next one, we would like to welcome the opening remarks from our Dean of Faculty of Engineering, Mula Warman University. We would like to invite you to join us on the stage, sir. Give applause to Professor Dr. Insinyur Tamrin, ST, MT, IPU, ASEAN Engineering, APEC Engineering. The stage is yours, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for your attention and good afternoon to all of you. Before I start my speech today, I would like to share a little rhyme for you. Of course, in Indonesia bahasa. And I hope when I say the line, please respond cakep. I have 25 today. Okay, I start now. Pergi ke kampus lewat gerbang teknik.
Cakep.
Disambut senyum sahabat sejati.
Cakep.
Ictrops ke-8 jadi momentum akademik, menguatkan kolaborasi lintas disiplin dan generasi. Thank you for your applause. The Honorable Rector of Mula Warman University, Bapak Profesor Dr. Insinyur Haji Abdul Nur, MSc IPU ASEAN and APEC Eng, who will officially open this conference. Thank you, Prof, for your unwavering support so this agenda could be held today. The Honorable Vice Dean for Academic Affairs, Bapak Prof. Hafil. The Honorable Vice Dean for Finance, Bapak Insinyur Muslimin. The Honorable Vice Dean for Student Development, External Collaboration, and Alumni Affairs, Bapak Insinyur Fahrizal Adnan. The Honorable, the Chair of the Faculty Senate, Bapak Dr. Agus Winarno, the Head of the Faculty Quality Assurance Unit, Ibu Dr. Insinyur Retno Wulandari, and the Chair of the International Conference 2025, Insinyur Febrina Sulia, STMT IPM. The Honorable Head of the Study Program, Head of the Laboratories, and all lecturers and staffs of the Faculty of Engineering, Mula Warman University. We warmly welcome to the Deans and Vice Dean from other faculty of Mula Warman University, as well as the Head of the Research and Community Service Institute, and the Head of the University Quality Assurance Institute, who are joining us today on-site or online. Thank you, Prof, for your presence and continued support for Faculty of Engineering. Also, I would like to welcome our special guest today, the head or the representative of BRIDA, Diskomimpo, University of Nahdlatul Ulama, and Kalimantan Institute of Technology, IAPI, IAGI, HPJI, Perhapi, and all sponsors in this conference. The next, specially appreciation also goes out to the entire committee for their outstanding work, exceptional effort in bringing this event to success. Please applause to the committee. First of all, allow me to express our sincere appreciation to Dr. Eng Insinyur Duto Suhutomo, MT, from Mula Warman University, Indonesia. Thank you, sir, for being here with us in person today. It is an honor to have you among us. We would also like to extend our warmest welcome to our distinguished keynote speaker joining us virtually. Associate Professor T.S. Dr. Wan Saika Wan Ismail from Malaysia, Associate Professor Dr. Narapon Paproset from Thailand, and Associate Professor Gezior Kolek from Poland. Thank you for your presence and contribution in this seminar. Your presence and expertise will be undoubtedly enrich this conference. We hope the outcome of the conference will inspire intangible innovation and future research projects. Esteemed guests and participants of the 8th International Conference on Tropical Studies and Application. On behalf of the Faculty of Engineering Mula Warman University, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you to the 8th International Conference on Tropical Studies and its Application, or Ictrops. Our agenda today, it is an opportunity for us, especially academic researchers and practitioners, to exchange knowledge together and create other advance in technology. The Honorable Rector of Mulawarman University, esteemed guests and participants. The Faculty of Engineering at Mulawarman University foster a dynamic environment for research and education in tropical engineering. We explore a diverse range of a field crucial to tropical environments, including sustainable infrastructure development, renewable energy solution, water resource management strategies, and many more. We are firmly committed to developing innovative solutions that address the unique challenge of these environments. I sincerely hope that we can seize this opportunity of foster mutual growth, particularly in advancing the field of the tropical engineering in the years to come. Before this speech ends, once again, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the Rector of Mulawarman University for his presence and for officially opening this event. So without any further ado, the stage is set for dynamic exchange of ideas, so let's delve into tropical studies together. Now, before we delve into today's rich agenda, allow me to lighten mood with a rhyme again. Please respond, cakep. Pagi cerah di kampus teknik tercinta.
Cakep.
Langkah seirama menuju masa depan.
Cakep.
Terima kasih atas kehadiran Bapak dan Ibu dan para peserta. Semoga konferensi ini membawa berkah ilmu dan jaringan. One more. Selamat datang para peserta. Bersinergi dalam setiap ide. Semoga seminar ini berfaedah, membuka wawasan bagi kita semua. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and best wishes to all of you.
Thank you. Big applause to Professor Tamrin as the Dean of Faculty of Engineering, Mulawarman University. For the next one, we are honored to have the opening remarks from Rector of Mulawarman University, and he will open officially our international conference today. Welcome to Professor Dr. Insinyur Abdunur, MSI, IPU, ASEAN Engineering, APEC Engineering. Give applause to Pak Abdunur.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon everyone. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Salam Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, Rahayu, Rahayu, Rahayu. The Honorable the Head of Community Services and Research Center Mulawarman University, Professor Widi Sunaria. Thanks so much for attending and join in this conference opening. Our Honorable also for all of Dean or representing Dean in Mularman University. I'm looking the Dean of Tropical Environment Forestry Faculty, Prof. Irawan Wijaya Kusuma. Our Honorable also for Vice Dean Educational and Teaching Faculty, Professor Nur Hadi, and also our Honorable for the Vice Dean of Medicine Faculty, Mr. Dr. Yadi. Please give applause for them. Special Honorable for the Dean of Engineering Faculty, Professor Tamrin Rahman, and all the Dean of Engineering Faculty, the first Vice Dean, Professor Hafiluddin, the second Vice Dean, Mr. Muslimin, and the third Vice Dean, Mr. Fahrizal Adnan. And special guests that attending on this conference, the Vice Rector, Nahdlatul Ulama University. Thanks so much for joining in this conference opening. And also, too many special guests. Special appreciation for the head of organizing committee or for this international conference, Miss Febrina, ya, and all the member organizing committee. Please give applause for the organizing committee. Our distinguished keynote speaker from Malaysia, Associate Professor Dr. Wan Zakiah Wan Ismail, Advanced Device and System, Faculty of Electronic Engineering, USEM, Malaysia. Honorable also keynote speaker from Thailand, Associate Professor Dr. Narapon Paupraset from Kasetsat University, and Associate Professor Gregor Skolacek, VSD, DSc, Head of Department of Computer Science and System Engineering, Faculty of Information and Communication, Wrocław University of Science and Technology, Polandia. And special keynote speaker from our university, from Engineering Faculty, Dr. Engineer Insinyur Duto Suutomo ST, MT. Please give applause for Mr. Dr. Duto. And distinguished for ladies and gentlemen and all participants already attending and join this offering conference. Representative from government institution and industry partner and all participants of the International Conference on Tropical Studies and its application, Ictrops 2025. It is truly an honor and great pleasure for me on behalf of Mularman University to welcome all of you to Samarinda for this important conference. This year's theme, Resilient Tropical Futures, Digital Transformation, Green Infrastructure, and Climate Adaptation is very close to our heart here in East Kalimantan. We are living in a region that is rich biodiversity and natural resources, yet also highly vulnerable to climate change, environment degradation, and rapid technological shifts. The choice we make today will shape not only the future of the tropic, but also the well-being of generations to come. Ictrops is not just a formal academic event. And also, so sorry, this is something trouble for this special lecture. It is a collaborative platform. Over the next few days, scholar, engineer, planner, policymaker, and practitioner will come together to share ideas, research finding, and innovation. I hope the atmosphere will be serious in a substance, but warm, friendly, and open in discussion, just like the tropical climate outside, but with cooler heat inside the conference room. Mulawar University is strongly committed to advancing tropical studies and sustainability research. We believe that complex challenges such as climate adaptation, green infrastructure development, and digital transformation cannot be solved by one discipline or one institution alone. They require interdisciplinary collaboration and international partnership. Conferences like Ictrops provide exactly that space where ideas can cross border, both disciplinary and geographies. I sincerely hope that the conference will inspire insightful scientific discussion, strengthen regional and global network, and generate concrete collaboration and innovation that can be implemented in our cities, our ecosystem, and our communities. To all speakers and all presenters, we are very much looking forward to your contribution. To all participants, I encourage you to actively engage and question, share experiences, and build new connection and else benefit join in this conference. I encourage you to actively engage as a question, share experiences, and build new connection. And sometimes the best ideas are born not only in the plenary hall, but also over coffee daring and break. Once again, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to the Faculty of Engineering, Mulawar University, especially for organizing committee, our international partner, and all sponsors and supporters who have worked hard to make Ictrops 2025 a reality in this today. Finally, with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I hereby declare the 8th International Conference on Tropical Studies and its application, Ictrops 2025, officially was opened. Please give applause. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for joining in this conference, and we hope enjoy and will be hard discuss about continue developing for engineering development in Mulawar University and also in Asian region. I wish you all a fruitful, inspiring, and enjoyable conference. And the last, I will giving all of you, same with the Dean Engineering Faculty, maybe special rhythm, pantun. I cannot give you pantun by bahasa. I'm trying by English. Is okay?
Very okay, sir.
Okay. Warm wine drip through the evening air. Smile as a guest arrive. Welcome all who gather here. May this conference truly thrive.
Thank you so much.
Warm tropical sunshine gleam, birds sing in the morning light.
Cakep.
This conference become a place to share the fine research for a sustainable earth.
Thank you.
A bright bird sing across the sky. Its melody welcome a hopeful day. At this conference, our ideas fly, finding answer and every why.
Thank you.
You want more? The Dean of Engineering Faculty, working with aura kasih.
Oh yeah.
Thanks so much and terima kasih.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Applause to Pak Abdunur as a rector of our private university. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are coming to the session of handing over the token of appreciation and a photo session. As a symbol of gratitude and appreciation, the Faculty of Engineering, Mulawar Rahman University would now like to present a token of appreciation to our invited speaker and moderators of the 8th Ictrops 2025. For our international invited speakers who are joining us virtually from abroad, the token of appreciation will be presented symbolically to Dr. Engineering Insinyur Duto Suutomo, STMT, as the representative of all invited speakers. For Dr. Engineering Insinyur Duto, please come forward. And as for our moderators, in recognition of their contributions and support in today's conference, we would like to invite Retno Wulandari Eshut MP PhD as moderator for the first presentation session. For Bu Retno, please come forward. The next one, as moderator for the second presentation session, the moderator will be Aulia Fauzia Luai, STMT. I'm also going to come forward at the stage because apparently I'm also going to be the moderator for the second session. Okay. Yes, double job, double honor, double payment. Really hope that. May we invite to come forward Professor Dr. Insinyur Abdunur, MSI, IPU ASEAN Engineering, APEC Engineering, Rector of Mulawar Rahman University, to hand over the token of appreciation. The first one, token of appreciation, we are presenting to Dr. Engineering Insinyur Duto Suutomo, STMT, together with our Dean of Faculty of Engineering. Big applause to Dr. Engineering Insinyur Duto Suutomo. The second one, for our moderator, this token of appreciation we are presenting to Retno Wulandari Eshut MP PhD. Yes, Pak Abdulur again. Accompanied by our Dean of Faculty of Engineering. We are appreciating for you to become the moderator of this session. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Right. And the third one, the token of appreciation will be presented to Aulia Fauzia Luai, STMT. Yes, my name is Aulia. Yeah, thank you, sir. Oh, Pak Abdul want me to give 2 token of appreciations for today's job. Thank you, Pak. Makasih, Pak. Apa saya di tengah? I will be at the middle. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And then we also will have a photo session. So to the speaker and moderators and all of the guests or invited leaders, esteemed leader, please come forward. We are now need to turn around and face this backdrop because we are about to take a picture with all the participants and the presenters. For the documentation team, please, you may stand by in your spot. For all the guests, we would like to invite you to come forward in the middle. For ladies and gentlemen who are at the corner of the room, at the right corner or at the left corner, you may move at the center spot so that everyone can be seen at the camera. Please stand up. Right, we need to get closer. The closer we get, the warmer it feels. Get closer. Students who are at the corner of the room, come to the center spot. Right, on my countdown. Smile widely. And one more, because we have really good news. Currently, Mula Warman University got nationally accredited as Unggul. Thank you. You may be seated again. Makasih, Bu. Ini. For students, you may stay in the room. As of now, we are about to begin our first session of presentations. For all the participants and students, you may stay in the room. Thank you so much for Professor Abdur for coming in here in the Faculty of Engineering as our esteemed guest and leader and rector of Mula Warman University. Thank you for all the guests as well for gracing us with your presence in here today. Now we're heading to our next session, our first presentation session. We would like to invite one more, the moderator of this session, Retno Wulandari Eshud MP PhD. We are inviting you to come on the stage. Give applause to Bu Retno. Looks like a lot of students actually favor you, Bu Retno. Retno Wulandari PhD is an assistant professor at Faculty of Engineering Mula Warman University, Samarinda, Indonesia. She earned her bachelor degree in forest product technology from Mula Warman University, a master double degree in biotechnology from Prince of Sokla University, Thailand, and Universitas Brawijaya, Indonesia, and a PhD in biological sciences from Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. Her research focuses on biotechnology, environmental, microbiology, bioprocess technology, and industrial waste treatment, particularly the application of fungi for bioremediation and biofuel productions. Retno PhD has published her works in various international journals and proceedings indexed by Scopus and Springer Nature. In recent years, she has also been actively involved in projects related to biodiesel purification, bioethanol productions from local biomass, and community empowerment through environmental technology innovation. She currently teaches several courses including industrial waste, water, microbiology, bioprocess technology, and pulp and paper technology at Faculty of Engineering, Mulawar University. She is a really experienced lecturer and have a lot of experience in the research as well. Please applause to Bu Retno PhD one more.
Thank you.
Bu
Thank you
Retno,
very much.
now the time is yours.
Thank you very much, Tess. Am I sound clear enough to reach the upper side? Yeah? Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all the distinguished guests, students, and also a college from Mulawarman University, including engineering faculty and all faculty in Mulawarman University. Today, it's my honor to be a part of this conference by being the moderator of the first session of our conference. There will be the exceptional lineup for this session and speaker who will share their expertise on resilience, tropical futures, digital transformation, green infrastructure, and climate adaptation. And allow me to introduce our first keynote speaker. Our first keynote speaker is Dr. Engineering Insinyur Duto Suh Utomo. Please welcome Dr. Duto, please. Please give a warm welcome. Kita berdiri aja. Please, we will be seated. Okay. Dr. Duto is the distinguished faculty member in Faculty of Engineering, Mulawarman University. He holds a doctorate in engineering faculty at Katsesat University, Thailand, and has extensive expertise in industrial engineering. His research focuses on the project management, risk management, quality management, system modeling, and which particularly relevant to our topics today, and the challenges that we have or face in the building resilient infrastructure in the face of climate change and the digital transformation. Now, Dr. Duto has contributed significantly to many projects and research, and we are privileged to have him share his insight with us today. Without overdue, Dr. Duto, the floor is yours for the next 20 minutes. We look forward to your presentation. Please give warm welcome to Dr. Duto. Please.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, the audience, for coming in this international conference. Today, I will present about my study with a title, Multi-Criteria Decision Model for Selection Environmentally Responsibly Suppliers. So I choose this title because this conference theme is about environment, like something like sustainability. This research focus on designing a structured decision-making framework that integrates sustainability priorities with analytical tools, especially the metal and INP, to support supplier selection. Okay, introduction. Why sustainability matters? As we know, all around the world, industries are dealing with a lot of pressure related to environmental problems. Climate change is no longer something far away or something we only talk about. It's a real and it's happening right now, like we can see in the news, but alhamdulillah in Samarinda no, but just a little bit afloat, yeah. But in the another area like Sumatra, there's something happen. And then we can see temperatures getting hotter, rainfall becoming heavier, storm getting stronger, and whatever weather pattern changing in many places. We also see more waste being produced, higher carbon emission, and growing demand for energy. Government, customers, and international organizations are now pushing companies to take stronger action. Sustainability has a change from optional into necessary. But here is the important part. A company cannot achieve sustainability alone. Even if a company manages its waste well, reduce emission, inside its facility follows environmental standard, this is not enough. Why? Because a large part of companies' environmental impacts actually comes from outside. There is from its suppliers. Okay, let's we imagine like something like a bakery store or as company as sample. Even if the bakery keeps its kitchen clean, use energy efficient machinery and manage waste effectively, if the floor supplier use too much water, pollutant to environment, or treat work poorly, then the bakery is still contributing to unsustainability practice. So the sustainability of company depends greatly on the sustainability of its supplier. That is why the process of selecting supplier is extremely important. And then, yes, okay. In the past, supplier selection was simple. The most important factor was usually price. Maybe people will say, you should choose the supplier who is the cheapest, or sometimes choose the one who is the fastest. Today, things have changed. Companies understand that cheap suppliers might bring hidden costs later. For example, poor quality materials lead to defective product. Poor environmental practices lead to legal problem. Poor social responsibility leads to bad public image. So, and then poor energy management increase carbon footprint. So supplier selection has moved from a simple decision into a complex strategic decision. Yeah. Instead of looking at only prices, company now looking at quality, delivery, and so on. Okay, next. Okay, back. Okay, imagine we have 10 criteria in front of you. Each criteria is important for different reasons. Price is important because companies need to control costs. And then if we have another criteria, we will difficult to make decision if we have more than 2 criteria in our decision. So we have to handle this complexity. To handle this complexity, we use a group of methods called multi-criteria decision making, or we can call it MCDM. MCDM is used when we have many criteria. The criteria are different from each other. We need to compare alternative fairly and CDM help us organize the criteria with their important and calculate a final score for each supplier to make a decision clear, logical, structure, and transparent. Okay, next. Okay. What is DMATEL? DMATEL is used to understand the relationship between criteria, which criteria influence other criteria are influenced, which are driver, which are the receivers. Creates a clear picture of how the criteria interact or correlation between criteria. Next. ANP is an analytical network process. ANP is like a ESP but more flexible. Use a simple hierarchy. ESP is use simple hierarchy, but ENP use a network. This is the point, the main point about a network, because the real problem are not simple. They have a feedback loop and interdependency. So criteria influence criteria, alternative influencing criteria, criteria influencing alternative. This is why INP is suitable for sustainability problems. So because it can help us compare criteria per waste, compare supplier file waste and generate weight, and then produce a final rank of supplier. So together, the metal ANP give a complete, combine or integrate to select supplier. Okay, next, yes. In this, we conduct this study. We use 5 major steps. Step 1, we identify supplier selection criteria. We begin by identifying which criteria. We group them into 3 categories. Group 1 is economic criteria. This is a basic or simple that we can find with another publication in general. This criteria relate to business efficiency like delivery, flexibility, price, quality, and responsiveness. Yes. Delivery is about whether a supplier can send the goods on time and the right amount. This is important because if deliveries are late or inconsistent, our production can stop. So good delivery performance help the company keep everything running smoothly without delays. Flexibility means how well the supplier can adapt when need to change an order or when something unexpected happens. This matters because the market moves fast. Sometimes we suddenly need more material or need to adjust the schedule. And then flexible suppliers help us stay prepared and avoid production problem. Price, and the next criteria is price. Price is simple, the cost we pay for the material or services. It's important because it affects our overall expenses and profitability. But of course, low price alone is not enough. We have to headline in the sentence. We need the right balance between price, quality, and the last one is sustainability. Quality refers to how good the supplier's product. This is crucial, because if the materials are poor in quality, then our final product will also suffer. Good quality helps us avoid the defects, reduce waste, and maintaining customer satisfaction. And then the last criteria is responsiveness is about how fast the supplier can reply, solve issues, and communicate with us. This is also very important, especially when there are urgent problems or last-minute change. A responsive supplier makes the collaboration easier and help us prevent small issues from becoming bigger disruption. And the last criteria is environmental criteria. This criteria related to environmental responsibility. We include 3 criteria. They are environmental compliance, energy efficiency, and waste management. Environmental compliance means the supplier follows all environmental laws, regulation, and standard. And the second, energy efficiency refers to how well a supplier uses energy in their process, whether they use less energy or uses more effectively. And then waste management is about how the supplier handles the waste they produce, whether they reduce it, recycle. Okay, sorry, next. Yes, okay. Okay, this is the criteria that I have already said before, about this criteria. And the last one is social criteria. This criteria relate to ethical and social responsibility, or we can, popular in Indonesia is GSR, sorry. This criteria related to ethical and social responsibility. There are employee welfare and social responsibility. Employee welfare refers to how well a supplier treats its workers. And then social responsibility is about the supplier contribution to the community and society. Its criteria was chosen based on discussion with the company and literature on sustainability supply chains management. Okay, back to previous. Okay. Next, after we identify and then we process that criteria with the Mattel method. So basically, the Mattel just for make relation or correlation between criteria, because ENP not only one relationship but other relationship criteria A, B, B, and A again. How strongly one criteria influence other, which criteria are causes, which criteria are affected. And then after we know the relationship, when we go to ENP to make pairwise comparison, and then we can calculate or analysis by software or by manual calculation. And before that, we also must be check consistency. A consistency ratio of 0.10 or less means that answer a logical, we can conclude pairwise comparison is okay and can continue to analyze to next step. But if the GR or consistency ratio is more than 0.10, we ask expert to reconsider and doing assessment again. After that, we calculate final weight and ranking with some step of calculation, and we can get the results and so which supplier is the best of all choices. Result. Okay, next result. Okay, this one is the result. I use Microsoft Excel to calculate it with step by step, and then economic. The result finding one, I equal important across three pillars, three aspects. Sorry, economic, environmental, and social aspect. Okay, this one the process. Next. Hello, next slide. Okay, this. Next. Okay, this one, this is a relationship between the criteria and sub-criteria. Okay, next. This is consistency ratio. There is no. Okay, overall is okay, so we can move to another. Okay, this is the final result. Economic, environmental, and social aspect receive equal weight, 0.33 each. This means the companies see sustainability as important as traditional business performance, does not add sustainability in their consideration. This shows the strong commitment to balancing profit with environmental and social responsibility. And most influential criteria, the criteria at the highest weight are environmental compliance, employee welfare, and social responsibility. After calculating the final ranking, we have supplier one, the best in combining economic, environmental, and social responsibility. Okay, next. Conclusion. After we doing this process, the material help us understand how criteria interact with each other, and then INP help us calculate importance, weight, and compare suppliers accurately. Sustainability factor proved to be just as important as economic factor. Supplier one is the most suitable supplier. The decision model can help other companies make more responsibility, balance, and transparent decision when choosing supplier. Okay, we come to the end of the slide. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this explanation was clear. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Duto. Please give a warm round of applause for Dr. Duto. And you use your time wisely. It's 20 minutes of presentation. Now we have 10 minutes of question and answer. I would like to invite all of the participants here and also all the participants via Zoom meeting that would like to ask a question for Dr. Duto. Please raise your hand, or in Zoom you can use the chat function or also the raise hand features in the Zoom online. Please. Oh, yeah, please state it, your name, affiliation, or study program. Thank you.
Test. Okay, thank you for the time. Yeah, my name is Devandra, and I'm from Industrial Engineering Universitas Mula Warman. So, thank you for your presentation, Pak Duto. Jadi gini, ya Pak, this topic is crucial, but however, we looking on the reality on the ground, especially in Indonesia, we know that our supply chain is heavily supported by small and medium enterprises. And often they have limited capital to meet high environmental standard, such as obtaining certification and etc., or installing advanced waste treatment for environmental technology, unlike large and multinational corporation. So the question is, does this multi-criteria decision model is developed to have flexibility or dynamic awakening that can differentiate between large and small supplier? So how do we ensure that implementing this strict selection process doesn't end up killing of small local supplier who might not yet be perfectly green on paper, like they don't have certification yet, but have the potential to be developed. So that is the question. Thank you.
So the question is, I would like to summarize the question. So does this model fit to differentiate for the small and the big supplier? Something like that, yeah? Okay, please.
Okay, I will try to answer. Okay, if we make a criteria, it depend on company and literature. So we have to identify first and set the objective first. But if we see in the company side, but I think we have our governance should have regulation. So if the criteria comes from company side, I think it's just choose the easy one. Yes, clear? It's clear. The easy one. So I think it's good if it's become mandatory from governance. So the big one company will do something and the small do something like that. Okay, it's clear. Okay, thank you. Nice.
Is there any other questions from the floor? Yeah. Professor Hafil.
Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Pak Duto, for your delivery speech for this conference. So the topic is very interesting for me because of you use the artificial intelligence for your experiment. So the question is how to improve the another variable or parameters to your experiment that use demental, right? The method is demental to improve the result. So how to use the AI to improve them. So thank you, Pak Duto.
So the question is from Professor Hapil is how to use the AI to improve another variable or parameter in this experiment.
Okay, nice question. I will try to answer. This method can combine with something like artificial intelligence because the MCDM can handle qualitative and quantitative data. Yeah, so I think if we use quantitative data is good, or I think is a good idea if we have something like a big data from, for example, one history data from one supplier to supplier and supplier. For example, I will make example for construction, maybe construction industry. If we have construction, we'll choose something like material A, B, C. We will earn if we cannot. We don't know the history without data. So data or big data or artificial intelligence will help user or company to make easy understand or selecting the best solution of this method. Okay.
Thank you. We will take one final questions. Is there any other question from the floor or from the Zoom online? We still have one final question for Dr. Duto before we join the second presenter. Is there any? If not, I would like to ask another one. Just final questions. So we completed 3 questions. So from your experiment, how do you justify the selection or weighting? Is there any scale 1 to 5? Because I saw it, your result is equal for each parameter, like social, economy, and others. So how you justify that? Thank you.
Okay, we cannot arrange or set up. We have to get similar or no. It's just by natural or from expert or someone or people who have expert or responsibility to make decision. So, for example, zero is no relationship between criteria A and B. One is rather small rather than, and 2 enough, 3 or 4 good, something like that. So we cannot to arrange. We just ask people or make a rating from the for the pairwise comparison with that scale. Okay.
Thank you very much, Dr. Duto. And with this question, we finalize and close the first session. Please give warm applause for Dr. Duto. Thank you once again. Your valuable insight and your very interesting topic will contribute a lot for this conference. Thank you, Dr. Duto. You may leave the stage. Thank you. And we continue to the next speaker. Sorry, the moderator have to move because it's not really clear. Now we move to our second keynote speaker for the presentation. We are delighted to welcome our speaker joining us online from Bangkok, Thailand. Let me first confirm our connection. Dr. Narapon, can you hear us clearly?
Hear me?
I still cannot hear Dr. Narapon's voice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we can hear it now. Okay.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce our second keynote speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Narapon Pauprasert from Thailand, Kasetsat. Associate Professor Dr. Narapon Pauprasert is lecturer at Department of Industrial Engineering, Kasetsat University, Thailand. She graduated her PhD from University of Wisconsin Madison, USA, And Dr. Narapon research has made significant contributions to decision analysis, game theory, behavioral analysis, system simulation, optimization, and economical analysis that particularly application relevant to tropical and Southeast Asia contexts. She also published extensively in many international journals. We are honored to have Dr. Narapon join us virtually to share her expertise. Sawadika, Kak Achan.
So should I share my screen?
Yeah, okay. So,
Okay.
Dr. Narapon, the floor is yours for the next 20 minutes. We are very excited to hear your presentation. Please give Dr. Narapon a warm round of applause.
So can you all see my presentation?
Yes, Achan, we can see it.
So I can start now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's such an honor to be here joining this 8th Ictrops this year. So hopefully you guys enjoy my talk. So for today's talk, I chose the topic that is related to green infrastructure, for tropical climate, like us, Thailand, and also Indonesia, and also for, many other Southeastern Asian countries. So the topic, my name is Narapon Paulprasad. I'm actually a faculty member from the Department of Industrial Engineering, Kasetsart University. This is located in Bangkok, Thailand. So the topic is about future energy pathways for Thailand, and I'm gonna focus my talks on two separate topics that are quite related. The first one is the small modular reactors, the SMR. It's a small research reactor for nuclear power plants. And the other one is about heavy duty EV trucks. So let's start. For the introduction, as we can see that we are, tropical countries and we need energy. In many areas, it's related to industrial sector, but we also need energy for, cooling demand, like turning on air conditioners and some other stuff. So the demand for energy or electricity is increasing every year. In Thailand, we are also facing with that. So we are trying to look for energy transition that is more reliable, that can be sustained well, and also within the affordable range. So this talk, again, will focus on the SMR and EV trucks. So this is the figure here. This is the distribution of energy sources, particularly in Thailand. This data is from the IAEA, the International Atomic Energy Agency, and it's in 2023. So mostly we use oil products for electricity and also energy as electricity and energy sources. The second highest source is natural gas, which is gradually depleting every day. We also have some biofuels and coals too. So right now, the energy sector, the policymaker in terms of energy is looking for low carbon and more stable sources. So now, one thing that we are looking into is nuclear power. This is still in the very initial state though, but it's right now in the plan. So speaking about that, one of my studies is about looking at the public perception of this SMR in Thailand. Especially after the Fukushima event, in Japan, the fear of nuclear power is really rising, I would say exponentially right after the event. But now, things seem to be in a better situation in terms of nuclear power. But again, there are so many angles that we have to look at. And I'm looking at only one side, which is, public perception, particularly for the small one. And we look into the small one because this small one is about, this size actually. I think in Thailand's plan right now, we are looking at 100 megawatt SMR, but we'll see. So why do we start off, looking at the SMR? And this is because I think the main benefit in our country is because it seemed to be safer than the big, classical nuclear power plants. Especially again, right after the Fukushima, so, from the analysis, some of the errors came from human errors. But for SMR, this technology tends to reduce the need of humans to reduce the, catastrophe. So that's one, I think that's one big advantage of the SMR. And also if something really, really bad happened, the scale of the damage is not as big as like the nuclear one. So this is one first, nuclear technology that we're looking at. We may not go with the SMR though. From now, I'm not sure. Like it's really uncertain. We may go for the big one if the SMR is really, really expensive, and the big nuclear power plant turns out to be more reliable than before, or has better safety mechanisms than before. But for now, in my study, we focus on the SMR. So according to the study that I did a while ago, this is in 2020, the paper is right down here. That one we look at public perceptions for like very, very small one. It's a nuclear research reactor, super duper small. And there in that paper, we also, use the framework from that paper and develop a similar framework for the SMR public perception model like this. Actually, in the paper in 2020, we have more links between these variables. But for a starting point, we just focus on this framework first. We'll see what happens. We collected, kind of like demographic information from about 900 responses. This first picture is about the age distribution. The majority of the age is between 20 to roughly 50. So the green color, the yellow, and the orange, the red one. Yeah. And this is the income distribution. We also ask students who live in a dorm who pay electricity. We focus on responses that, actually pay electricity bill. If the person doesn't have any involvement in paying the electricity bill, then we're not collecting their data. So this is about the income, and then you also have educational sector, like educational question. Most of the responses graduated with a bachelor degree. And we also collect the region of residence. And the reason that we collect this information is because we are also looking at strategic location. If SMR is getting approved in Thailand, then what kind of communication should we communicate with people in the region, basically. So after collecting the data, we also analyzed the model, and we got all the reliability and validity tests past. So I'm not gonna focus into these details, but these are just to prove that okay, the model is kind of okay enough to go for the next analysis. So in the next analysis, the first thing that I'm really happy with the result is that this result is really consistent with the one that we conducted in 2020 for the nuclear research reactor. And this is really interesting because so it seems like, like in Thailand, I'm not sure about the context of Indonesia, but here, if you talk about nuclear technology, regardless of the size, regardless of the risk, you seem to perceive things or perceive risk as, similar. So, so what I found here is that there's a strong relationship between information perception. I to T is information perception to trust. So it seems like the more information they seem to, the more they feel that they get information, then the more trust they're gonna give to the policymaker who, acquire the nuclear SMR. Another finding that we also found strong relationship is between the benefit perception and the technology acceptance. For this, it seems like, in terms of nuclear power or nuclear technology in general, to communicate with the public in order to gain public acceptance, it seems to be better off explaining to them about the clear benefit of the technology that they're going to get. And then that is going to yield a higher acceptance rate than, focusing on the risk side of information. So then we also, for this result, we also do the multi-group analysis. And, the first, actually we conducted several multi-group analyses. But for the ones that I presented today, the first one is about gender. So this column is the female result and the male result. And we found kind of like consistent results with previous literature that the males seem to accept, nuclear technology in general, in this case, SMR, more than females. Females tend to perceive risks more than male in terms of nuclear technology too. But then again, as I mentioned about the location, because we want to find strategic communication strategy for different locations. Here we only compare the location of BKK, the Bangkok area, which is like Bangkok metropolitan area, very busy, with the non-Bangkok, like non-metropolitan area, very rural-based provinces. And we found that the higher people in the rural areas will tend to accept more, accept easier if you provide, more benefit side of the SMR to the local. Of course, you're gonna communicate like everything, though, all the facts. But I think as long as we focus on clearly explain why we need DSMR in our country, then that is going to strongly create higher acceptance rate. Okay, so again, I also did some other MGA, the multi-group analysis, but I think I'm going to, for the time being and everything, I'm going to skip to the next talk of mine. The second one is about the heavy-duty truck feasibility, EV truck feasibility study in Thailand. So again, like traffic on the road seem to emit a lot of carbon dioxide. So that's why, we focus on, this topic. And why did we focus on this? This is the top thesis of my master's student, and he's actually in the, kind of like logistic industry, and that's why he's interested in this topic. In Thailand, we found that only a few companies, invest in EV commercial vehicles. So we also want to see the possibility of, EV commercial vehicles in our study. I'm not sure about Indonesian again, but in Thailand, many of the EV chargers are located densely in the Bangkok and metropolitan areas more than, the rural area. So we also focus our study on, Bangkok and some other kind of like industrial area of around Bangkok that seems to have many EV chargers. But still, in our study also, we do not assume that the trucks are charging somewhere else beside the depot of the trucks. So like we only allow trucks to run like full circle and then come back to charge at the headquarters of the company. So these are just, numbers that we assume after collecting data from literatures, from searching, and from interviews. We compare the total cost of ownerships between ICEV is the classical fossil fuel heavy duty trucks, and then BEV is the battery electric vehicle that we adopt a few models that has similar kind of like cost like this. The vehicle we focus on the 6-wheel truck, 15 ton, which is a very common use truck within 100 or 200 kilometer running around Bangkok.
Excuse me, Ajahn, you have 3 minutes left.
Okay, so these are just the models. And then from what we found is that, without anything, without any help from the government, the traditional ICEV, which is the fossil fuel energy, seem to yield higher return. But the government, if with the government subsidy of about 30% of the truck cost, then that is going to help with the electric trucks to beat the traditional fossil fuel trucks. In terms of the fossil fuel cost, this is even the reduction, or I'm sorry, even the increase of the fossil fuel cost, the electric truck still doesn't beat the fossil fuel, and this is because without the help of the government in terms of the initial investment, the cost of the truck itself is really, really expensive. And also with the last kind of like result slide, the average IRR for the BEV is not really sensitive to the change of electricity costs. And again, this is because of the high initial investment and also the cost of the drivers. Like the driver cost is significantly larger than the cost of the electricity. So in conclusion, I can conclude the two topics together, that both topics seem to fall into the clean infrastructure area of Thailand, and we want to see the possibility of adopting these two technology, and the results can help suggest strategic move for the policymaker in Thailand. SMR, if successful, can also complement the use of EV in Thailand, provide sustainable source of energy in the future. So thank you. This is my email address. If you want to talk to me about any of these topics, please feel free to email me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kajan Narapon. Please give warm applause for Dr. Narapon. And this time is for questions and answer. 3 questions. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So first question from, please state your name and affiliation, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good afternoon, Ajahn. Sawadee krap. I would like to ask 2 questions about the presentations. The first one is about SMR, or small modular reactor, is kind of a nuclear fission reactor, right? So the problem is, especially in Indonesia, the issue is about the security and the safety. Especially Indonesia has many volcanoes and earthquake, kind of like that. The case of the earthquake is quite high. So if we want to implement the SMR in Indonesia, what the things that we have to consider? That the first questions. The second thing is about the comparison between the BEV, battery electric vehicle, and the internal combustion vehicle. In Indonesia, right now is we more often using the internal combustions because the supply of the oil is still the major aspect to consider. So if we want to move from the internal combustion to battery electric vehicle, what is the factor that we have to consider as well? Maybe that's 2 questions. Thank you so much. ขอบคุณครับ
Thank you for your question. So I'm gonna answer, each question one at a time. The first one about the SMR. I believe in terms of, Indonesia context, the first thing first, the SMR tends to receive popularity nowadays because of its security. Like, I'm not like a nuclear expert, but from what I researched, SMR tends to save itself when something really bad happens, because you have kind of like water coolant surrounding the core of the nuclear reactor, and that's one advantage that really attract people. But at the same time, I think one major concern though for many countries like us is the cost. SMR is super expensive right now. First, the initial investment is really expensive. And second, even though you can acquire it and you produce electricity, it doesn't always be that the cost of electricity is going to be cheap for the consumers. So those are the two, I think for me right now, it's the 2 drawbacks. So in order for Indonesia to consider this in the future, maybe you have to look at many different angles in terms of the cost, the risk, the area of installation, and also the current sources of energy right now for Indonesia. I believe that if you still have a lot of kind of like fossil fuel or some other sources that are still abundant in the country, maybe nuclear is not your answer right now. But I cannot speak in terms of Indonesia context. I also attended a conference previously, and I believe there was one Indonesian representative, and I also believe that nuclear energy is also one area of energy that Indonesia is gonna move forward in the future. So yeah, but these are the things that definitely has to take into account. So speaking about the cost, coming back to Thailand, as I mentioned earlier, right now, even now, we are not sure if we're going to go for the SMR or the bigger one, because we may be more economically feasible if we go for the bigger one and focus on the safety measure of the technology. But again, we'll see. Nuclear is a very sensitive issue for us too. So I'm at the initial stage. And for the second question about the electric truck in Indonesia, even in my study, if you can see without any help from the government, any subsidization, ICEV still beats BEV by a huge margin. So in order for the government to help promoting the use of electric truck in Indonesia, I believe, first thing first is to subsidize the initial investment cost. That really needs to be done in order for industry to be able to kind of like invest further in this kind of field. And another, help is also the installation of the chargers. I think those are the key main things that can help promoting the use of EV.
Okay.
Okay, thank you Achan. Hindi tidak ucap kabum.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kajan. The next questions from, please state your name and your study program, please. Please raise. Please. Microphone.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity.
Please rise so I can see. Okay.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. Okay, I am Arun from education faculty at geography education. So I will ask you about your presentations. Like Indonesia will have a new capital city, which is in IKN. So there's a program from Public Works Ministry that will use electric vehicles and public transportation also. So first, I will ask you what is the challenge for your model, and also what's your suggestions if your model applied in here, especially in new capital city from Indonesia. And also, from the last question, I will ask about what can be developed from your next result for develop and future research. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you for your question. But I'm not sure about which model are you talking about? Any of those in terms of the new capital?
Yeah. Can you?
So
Okay.
which model that you stated before? That you asked
in
for?
Indonesia, there's a new capital city soon, IKN, Ibu Kota Nusantara. So there's a program for from a Public Works Ministry that will use electric system for vehicle and transportation, public transportation. So what's the challenge if your model can be applied in here, and also what your suggestions of your model?
Okay. Well, I'm not sure about Indonesian context though, but if we have similar kind of like situation for us, first investment cost, again, as mentioned earlier, that investment cost for electric vehicle in Thailand for the truck right now is really, really expensive. So we really need the support subsidization from the government in order to carry this project on. And second thing is that here in our study, the cost of the driver is quite expensive compared to the cost of electricity. So in your case, you may also need to take a look at the detailed cost for each of the elements that are put into the model, and then try to run the model and see what are the needs of subsidization in terms of if you want to carry this project onward. And finally, this is not about the result directly, but I believe that charging stations are the key too, that you also need to have sufficient number of charging stations, at least for your truck, the commercial truck, or the government truck, to be able to run throughout the route and come back with all the energy left.
Is that clear for Miss Au?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. And the last questions from gentlemen here, please. The microphone.
Yeah, thank you. Excuse me. My name is Jevan and I am from Industrial Engineering, Lawarman University. So my question is related to about waste management. So this transition seems to present us with two new waste challenges. It's like, I think, radioactive waste from SMR and used battery waste from electrical vehicles. And as industrial engineers, thinking about like end of life system sustainability. So my question is, in Thailand, does Thailand already have an integrated framework to handle these two type hazards waste? So because in Indonesia this new energy is pretty new for us, so we want to know how Thailand handle this waste, so we ensure that we don't solve the carbon emission problem to only to live a new emission problem. So that's the question. Thank you.
Thank you for the question, and it's a really interesting point. We also asked an open-ended question about the concerns of the SMR from the respondents, and one of the key answer is waste management. So it's a really big issue, and to be honest, we are still not good up to that level yet. From my research and with my team also, we still believe that waste from SMR is still not a lot, though. It's still, we can hire the supplier to deal with the waste. But again, that's not long term. So in Thailand, we also have tried to promote nuclear program right now. And one side is also about waste management in terms of nuclear waste in our country for now. So for now, we are in the stage of preparing, but we are not yet, like super expert in terms of managing waste, especially the nuclear waste. For the battery waste of electrical car, I think, well, this one compared to the nuclear one is not, risky enough. So again, this is not yet the concern right now that, like super duper concern that people are afraid of. But we can still deal with this kind of waste quite okay in our country. Unless in the future, the more and more people are, converted toward electrical cars, then that can also be an issue that has to be dealt with the larger picture of the government. But again, for EV cars, Thailand right now is not super popular, and the reason is because the charging stations are not abundant in the rural areas. So that's why in our study, we only focus on Bangkok metropolitan area because we have sufficient number of charging stations. So the use of EV car right now in Thailand is not as much. We'll see in the future. Thank you for the question, though.
Thank you for the answer. Is it clear? Okay. Due to our packed schedule, so we have to end this session. Thank you very much for Associate Professor Dr. Narapon Pauprasert for your excellent presentation, insight and thoughtful presentation. Your participation enriched this conference. And also we truly appreciate your contribution in this international dialogue. We hope to see you again in person in future conference or cooperation that you can come to Mullah Warman, or we can
Yeah,
go to
definitely.
Kasetsat University.
Nice seeing Doodle. Hi. So thanks the organizers.
Okay, thank
Enjoy
you,
the
Kak
rest of the
Ajat.
conference.
Please,
Bye-bye.
yeah, and please give another warm welcome, applause for the presenter. So, with the end of this season, it's also the end of my moderating session also. Now I will handle back to the MC, please. Thank you very much for your participation.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Retno and Dr. Duhutomo. Once more, please give a big applause to both of them and our speaker from Thailand. And for all of the people who ask the questions later, still stay in this room, because at the very end of this event, we will give you a merchandise that you will be look forward to, because the merchandise will be really useful and you can use it in your daily life as a technology appliances. Right now, we are entering the second presentation session, and I will be the moderator. At the beginning, I actually introduced myself as Aulia only, but my full name is Aulia Fauzia Luai, STMT. I'm currently a lecturer in Environmental Engineering Study Program, and I graduated from my bachelor degree from Brawijaya University. My master degree, I got it from Bandung Institute of Technology. And in here, I have several experiences when it comes to research. The first one is about decomposition of a plastic. Second one is the wastewater from industry. And the third one is about the air pollution or emissions. And in here, I will guide you as a moderator at the second session. Our third invited speaker is joining us virtually from Malaysia. Her name is Associate Professor Dr. Wan Zakia Wan Ismail, and she will deliver her presentation with the title of Artificial Intelligence in Monitoring Water Quality. Associate Professor Dr. Wan Zakia Wan Ismail is Associate Professor at Faculty of Engineering and Built Environment, University Science Islam Malaysia. From 2017 until now, she was a tutor and a lecturer in Multimedia University, Malacca campus from 2005 until 2012. She has published more than 50 peer-reviewed journals and conference proceedings and 10 book chapters and 1 book in her field. She is a member of Optical Society of America, OSA, member of Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, IEEE, and a technology study in Multimedia University, Malaysia, and pursued her master and PhD in Melbourne University and Macquarie University. She was the recipient of Prime Minister Australia Indivore Award and University Science Malaysia Fellowship in 2012. Her PhD study focuses on optical devices specialized in laser engineering. Her expertise includes optics and electronic sensing, image processing, biosensing, and material science. Please give a big applause to Associate Professor Dr. Wan Zakia Wan Ismail. But before, I would like to check the connection. Assalamualaikum, Dr. Wan Zakia.
Waalaikumsalam, the chairwoman. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Can you see my slide?
Yes, my name is Aulia, Dr. Wan Zakia.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum. Can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely. We can hear you very well.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. And how are you today?
I'm good. Alhamdulillah.
And how is
are
the
you?
weather? Really good. Spectacular. And how's the weather over there?
It's raining in Malaysia right now, maybe because of the monsoon.
We are having cloudy in here. Not rainy yet, but a bit of drizzling. So
Malaysia has flooding. I think maybe because of the Hanyai also has the flooding and it come forward to Malaysia.
we also currently suffering flood in the Sumatra Island. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I heard that. Okay, all right.
So,
But how's
Dr.
everything in Sumatra? Is it getting better?
Yeah, it is. I believe it is
Alhamdulillah.
getting better. But the government say it's like only sectoral emergency disaster, not national level type of disaster, which is quite disappointing to be honest. But it is what it is. That's what we heard from the news. So, Dr. Wan Zakia, you ready to give us your insight for today?
Yes.
Okay, now
All right.
the time is yours.
Okay. All right. Okay. So thanks again to the Miss Chairperson, okay, for a brief introduction about me, and a very huge thanks to the Faculty of Engineering, Mula Warman University. Am I pronounced right for the university?
Definitely. Mula Warman University, yes.
Mula Warman. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. For inviting me to share our group finding on the research regarding the AI in monitoring water quality. So I'm personally very honored to be part of this conference, and thanks again for the organizer for inviting me. Okay, so basically these are our team members. Consists of me and also the main person, the key point, the key person on our research is my PhD student, Amal Luqman, and who actually has obtained the PhD in artificial intelligence. And the rest of the researchers, Associate Prof. Dr. Nur Azlina, she's from MMU, Multimedia University. And my colleague also, Dr. Fauzun Abdullah, and also Puan Farah from University Science Islam Malaysia, Faculty of Engineering and Bioenvironment. Okay, so my research is on the artificial intelligence, and I believe all of us, the audience, knows what is AI. It's basically AI is the ability of the computer system to perform tasks that can mimic the human intelligence, and it can be referred that how it follows or what we can say is to things like a human. Okay, and what is human intelligence? Okay, human intelligence is the ability of the human to gain and also to apply the knowledge and skill. And what we can see here, when we grow up, okay, we learn on the ABC, and from the information, we are able to create the words. Okay, similar to the AI, the ABC need to be programmed into the computer. Then the computer can learn the information, and similar to human, it can create words. Okay, so that's the AI, and the AI includes the capabilities like learning, problem solving, reasoning, and also can make decision like human as well. And in AI, the computers learn from their experience, okay, and then it adapt to the new situation, then make decision based on the available information. Then AI can be applied in many sectors, okay, can be applied in factories, medical, and even for the autonomous driving. However, AI has the pros and cons. Okay, for the pros of AI, it can reduce the human error. Okay, human normally make mistakes. Okay, but machine, if we program correctly, it will not make the same mistake like human. Okay, and AI also can allow for the quicker decision making. Okay, AI can be used with other technologies, other recent technologies, For example, the robot to make the faster choices, to make the faster decision than human. Then the task can be completed quickly. All right. The third one, the AI can reduce the risk. Okay. AI robot, for example, can be used for the mine coal, explore the ocean deeper step, okay, even for diffusing the bomb and penetrate the volcano. That all the tasks is very dangerous and cannot be done by human. The fourth one, it can have the automated repetition, okay. It can be used in the manufacturing and also the email response, okay, that's normally being used in our daily tasks. And then it assists with the digital tasks where you can see here many businesses like TikTok now, okay, utilize the digital assistant to connect with the customers, okay. However, with all the pros of AI also has the cons here. Okay, it definitely when we talk about the high program computer, it very high cost. Okay, it high cost and definitely it needs more fund. Okay, for the AI. And it can cause the job loss here is because when all the tasks been done by the robot or by the machine and the human definitely will lose the job. Okay. The third one, it lacks the ability to be creative. Okay, because it works as what we program. Okay, so it recall and then it progress based on that. So that's why the creativity compared to human AI is what we can say is not like human. So I think as a human, we should be grateful. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, we as human, we actually has the brain. Okay, that given by Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Right. Then the fourth one, definitely when we talk about AI, is the emotional range. Okay, human has emotion compared to robot. Okay, robot can have the emotion, but we need to, what we can say is we need to program the emotion inside it. Okay, but human is Alhamdulillah has the emotion given by Allah. Okay, all right. Now number 5 is it doesn't have the inability to integrate with the ethical principle. That's very important. Okay, for example, when we want to invent a robot, okay, to be a partner, okay, so there is no the ethical principle for that because it works as it program. Yeah, and then we go to the what is basically the artificial intelligence. Okay, in theory, there are consists of the machine learning and also the deep learning. Okay, so AI system it use the algorithm and also the computational model to analyze the vast many data set, okay, in order to identify pattern and also make decision. Okay, without large data set, the correct decision cannot be made. That's the AI. Okay, so there are two currently subset, the important subset for the AI. The first one is the machine learning. It can enable the system to improve the performance over time by learning from the experience. And the very specialized subset of machine learning, it has the deep learning. Okay, which is very complex and it needs the explicit programming and work with the multiple layers in order to make the decision. So our research project is we are actually forecasting water quality index using the machine learning. Okay, so why we come up with the research? It's basically I'm not sure in Indonesia. I have been in Indonesia before for the holiday. I think twice, Jakarta and also Bali. In Malaysia, there are many issues on the water pollution, and in fact, the water pollution is a very common issue every year. Okay, you can look at the newspaper. This is the water issues, pollution issues in Malaysia. Okay, so why water is important is I think everyone knows that water is crucial for our life, and it can be it applied in many sectors like the agriculture, industry, and also the ecosystem. And even our body also consists of 70% of water. So water pollution is a major environmental and public health issues. Okay, it's because the 40% of the world population currently affected by the water scarcity, and it's because of the population growth, urbanization, and also the climate change. And we can see here is basically our research project is tally or aligned with the Sustainable Development Goal, which is number 6. Okay, we try to forecast the water quality. Is very important because surface water and the groundwater is served as the primary water supplies. And the quality of the surface water and the groundwater has been affected by the rapid industrial development and also the population growth, and even the COVID-19 also affects the water quality. And many sources of the river pollution in Malaysia is the main one is the domestic sewage, and then the industry and also the agriculture runoff. So we go to the method for monitoring water quality. There are many methods for monitoring water quality. The first method is the usage of the sensor technology in order to get the precise water quality monitoring. So the sensors can measure the physical and chemical and also the biological parameters. Then from the sensing method, the finding or the output from the sensors, we develop the smart decision making with the AI and also the IoT. So the pros of the AI and IoT is the Internet of Things. It can enable the real-time water parameter collection data. It gives the pattern recognition and can have the anomaly detection and can monitor rivers, lake, and transmit data wirelessly and central analysis. That's the pros of the IoT and also AI. Okay, so in our case, in our research study, we are focusing on the water quality monitoring with AI. Okay, and for the water quality monitoring with AI, we can have two types, which is the water quality classification and also the water quality forecasting. Okay, for the water quality classification, it basically convert the complex water data into the meaningful classes. I'm not sure how the classes, the water quality classes in Indonesia. In Malaysia, we have 5: class 1, class 2, class 3 until 5, and it class the water, especially for drinking, for other activities. That's the important the classes that been developed in Malaysia. Okay, and with the classification, it can support the decision making. Okay, for the government especially. So when we have the classes, okay, the government can say, oh, the class one is for the drinking water, so we can drink the water if it's classified as the class one, and the class five is polluted water, so it cannot be drank, and also it only can be used for certain activity. So that's the how it support the decision making, and the technique used is the machine learning. Okay, and the parameters involve the water quality parameters. Okay, and the classification is the key to public health and the ecosystem sustainability. Okay, and for the forecasting, why we need the forecasting? How it forecasts the water quality is use the sensor data, analyze the sensor data, and then it look at the trend of the prediction. Okay, and why we need the forecasting is for the early warning. Okay, for the government. Okay, to identify the future, maybe the water pollution, okay, and optimize the sensor placement and also the maintenance, okay. So the technique, there are many techniques, okay. Yeah, it has the linear regression to predict the values based on the variable correlation, and also the random forest where it can handle the complex data set. Okay, so machine learning model consists of the regression and also the classification. So for the regression, there are the model ETR, BT, ANN, ANFIS, ARIMA, RFR, and also the RR. Okay, regression. And then for the classification, there are the three models that normally been used. Okay, so our project is basically to come up with the hybrid model where we combine the ARIMA with the decision tree regression and also plus the random forest for the classification. So it come up with the TSRF, time series random forest. Okay, so these are the model that we developed, time series regression forest. So Alhamdulillah, it's been accepted in the Applied Water Science, is a JCR QR journal, and inshallah will be published next year. Okay, so what is TSRF? Is a hybrid model that merge the ARIMA, which is the auto-regressive integrated moving average. The reason is to capture the temporal trend of the data, and then the DTR, decision trees regression, being used for the non-linear pattern of the data. Then last one is the random forest, used for the classification of the water quality classes. Okay, so in summary, basically the time series regression forest is integrate the three model, okay, ARIMA, decision tree, and random forest. So that's why the name is a time series regression forest. Okay, so when you train a model, it learn pattern from your data. Okay, but to know if it is truly learn something meaningful and not just memorize the training data, you need to test it on the new and the unseen data. Okay, so the training set here is 70%, and the rest of the set 30% is used for the testing. Okay, and this model can enhance the accuracy where the ARIMA and the DT component, it improves the prediction of the numerical water quality metric. And this model can give the comprehensive evaluation where the random forest classification assess overall water condition, then it gives the clear categorization and also the understanding. Okay, so TSRF can be divided into three phases. Okay, we start with the regression. We train the division tree regression, calculate all the residual, and then we fit the ARIMA to the residual. Then we combine the DTR and the ARIMA. Okay, and then we go to the classification phases where we combine with the random forest. We convert the continuous, the WQI index. WQI is the water quality index. In Malaysia, we have the exact formula, okay, to measure the WQI. Maybe Indonesia also has the formula, okay, to to measure, okay, to calculate the WQI, okay, because WQI is different. Maybe it's different from different countries. Since our data is from Malaysia, so we follow the standard given by the Department of the Environmental in Malaysia. Okay, then for the classification phase, we use the random forest for the classification. Then final output is the based on the majority voting. Okay, and last one, the model is will be evaluated, okay, using the two types of metric, regression and also the classification. Okay, so these are the metric that we use. Is a common evaluation metric that normally been used in if you referring to many artificial AI papers. So there are two types of the evaluation metric. Is if you are considering the regression evaluation, so you need to evaluate based on the MAE, RMSE, MAPE, and the R square. Okay, for the regression evaluation, if you have the higher R square, means your model is good. And for the MAE, RMSE, MAPE, if you have the lower index, okay, means your model is good. Okay. And for the classification evaluation, so we evaluate in terms of the accuracy, sensitivity, which is the recall, precision, and also the F1 score. Okay, so these are the results. Okay. For the MSE, MAE, RMSE, MAPE, R square, and these are for the regression model. Okay, so basically we also have developed another model. Okay, NAFS neural based on the neural network, and you can refer this model because it's already been published in one of the journal. I think it's applied science, okay, JCR Q2. All right, so if you want to know more about the NAFS now, you can refer to the paper. So the one that I show you is basically TSRF. Okay, TSRF not
I apologize,
published.
Dr. Wan Zakia.
Yeah?
Yeah, you have 3 more minutes.
Okay, all right. Yep, right. So yeah, this is the result already. Okay, and this is the result for the classification model, and we have the 3 model here. And last one, if you look at the last table, is the performance of the hybrid our model, the developed model, and it's basically compared to the single model and the previous model that we have compared. The TSRF shows a good finding. Okay, and this is the comparison in terms of the graph here based on a single model. Okay, so you can see the blue color is the actual WQR, and the red one is the predicted WQR. So based on this 4 graph, we can see the ridge regression shows the good result because the predicted similar to the actual. And then this is for the random forest and also the ANN. Okay, and the ARIMA and the division tree, if you can see here, ARIMA is better. Okay, for the based on the output here, right? And this is the combination hybrid as well, the decision tree with the ARIMA and decision tree with the random forest. And these are the results. The neural adapt fuzzy strategies that I explained just now been published. It's already been published. Is based on the neural network, And last one is the result based on our developed model. Okay, so as a conclusion, we think that the proposed model is effective, demonstrating the superior forecasting and also the classification performance. And future research can focus on the expanding the data set and to include the multiple geographic region and seasonal variation. And in fact, we have the matching grant with Jordan. Inshallah, next year we will start the matching grant where the Jordan will contribute some funding and USIM also will contribute some funding. So that what we call the matching grant. Or maybe Indonesia also and Malaysia can collaborate for matching grant. Okay, and for the future matching grant, we will get the data from Jordan. Okay, and we will look at is either our model suitable with the data, and if not, maybe we need to come up with the updated hybrid model. Okay. And the TSRF framework can be enhanced if we incorporate with the deep learning model and if we assemble the stacking algorithm to further improve the predictive capabilities. Then the TSRF can be future integrated with the real-time IoT sensor system, and we can upgrade the decision-making interface with the interactive features and the explainable AI to support the dynamic and the water quality management. Okay, and I think thank you very much. And this is a quote: "Artificial intelligence is not a substitute for human intelligence; it's a tool to amplify the human creativity." And I believe, as a student, everyone use ChatGPT, okay, to make assignment for the final year project. But we need to be extra careful with the ChatGPT because what it can, because AI is not the substitute for human intelligence. We need to think for ourselves and use the AI to help us with the task. Okay, not just depend 100% on the ChatGPT. Okay, so I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Give applause to Dr. Wan Zakia for really good presentations today. It is about AI. AI is very groundworking nowadays and it's just booming everywhere and it's to forecast the water quality. For everyone in here, if you have a question, you can raise your hand. All right, ma'am. So I'm actually curious about something in here. Your model, TSRF, give the best result in the graph. But before you're choosing the TSRF, do you have any proposed model but you failed to get the result that you want before? Can you tell us what your previous model before this model?
Thank you. That's a good question. Before we come up with the hybrid model, we have tried many single model like decision trees and then random forest, all the single model, and we will look at the good result from the single model. Then we combine to have the hybrid model TSRF.
And we also see from the graph that in the different TSRF give the best result, but there's also in the graph a different, how do I say, there's the uncertainty, right, of each of the model usually. How do you explain the uncertainty of this TSRF?
The uncertainty here, we cannot remove the uncertainty, I mean the anomalies directly from the graph because it's still there. Okay, so that's why if you look at the graph, there is the throw, I mean the graph going down. Okay, so we maintain that is because it's from the data. So it shows something. So that we can show to the government.
Right. And one more. When it comes to model, there's always a limitation of the model. Somehow we cannot apply this mathematical equation in different case. So this TS of model, what is this limitation?
Okay. For the model that we have, I think the limitation is on the data. Okay. The data that we have is limited. Okay, it is based on the data given by the Department of the Environment. So that's, I think, the limitation for our model. So that's why we will have the collaboration with Jordan, inshallah. Okay, so to have the more data and to claim that our TSR model can be used also for data in different regions.
And is this model actually, the data from the forecasting of this model actually available already? Do you apply it, or is it like in under research laboratory scale?
It's already been accepted for the journal publication. Next year, inshallah, will be published. Okay, but the data that we use is from Malaysia.
Okay. Thank you. That's all of the curiosity that I have when I hear your explanation. And anyone in here, do you have any other question about AI in water quality? Yes, please.
Test. Hello. My name is Imam. I'm from electrical engineering. So what I want to ask is about, for forecasting itself, the handle of the data, the technique that we use to handle the data before we put the data to the model itself is important. So what I want to ask is, what is the frequency, or like daily forecasting or monthly or hourly from your data, like water quality data that you are using to forecast the water quality? What is the frequency? Because the frequency is really affected the results of the prediction, right? If we want to predict hourly, daily, or monthly. Thank you. Yeah, that's all the question from me.
All right. Thank you very much for the question. So our data can focus a monthly, 30 days. Okay. And regarding the technique, yes, I agree. There have many techniques. For example, need to pre-process the data. So the data that we have is, let's say, 12,000 data. So we need to do the pre-processing. We need to normalize, okay, in order to get only the data that is suitable. Okay, so that's why, and then we go to the DTR and also the second model, and then for the regression model, then go to the classification model. Okay, and to answer your question, yes, it's monthly. All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Since we have limited amount of time, so I'm so sorry for Dr. Wanzakia, we could not have another questions. And really thank you for the presentation and the engaging sessions and a discussion. Thank you. Please give applause to Dr. Wanzakia in here with the AI for forecasting water quality that already applied next year in Malaysia. Okay, thank you. And then for the next one, we have our very last speaker, the fourth speaker that will join us in here today virtually, Associate Professor Zygor Skłocki, PhD DSc from Poland. He will be presenting with the title of The Twin Transition, Balancing the Promises and Perils of AI for Sustainability. Zygor Skwatsky is an associate professor at Wrocław University of Science and Technology, Poland. He holds PhD at 2001 and habilitation at 2016 in computer science, and his research covers formal security models, access control, information flow in web systems, network and service-oriented system security, and big data anomaly detection. He is the head of Department of Computer Science and System Engineering. Please welcome Associate Professor Zygor Skwatsky, PhD, DSE. Are we already having you in here, sir?
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon from Indonesia. What time is in Poland right now?
It's 9:15 in the morning.
We are
So,
at the afternoon.
Good morning from the Poland. Good afternoon to Indonesia. Salam alaikum. It's nice to have this opportunity to join your conference.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Give applause to Zygor Skwatsky again from Wrocław University. Okay, sir, the time is yours. You have about 20 minutes.
Okay, so thank you one more time for the introduction. And the subject of my presentation is just to find the benefits and also to identify the risks. And probably just to show direction how we can balance both these two aspects related to digital systems, to digital transformation. So a brief agenda of my presentation. So first, benefits, promises related to rapid and intensive development in the area of artificial intelligence in digital system in general. And then also, as I have already mentioned, we will show a little bit more about risks behind this transformation. And also in the conclusion, I will try to point some possible direction how we can manage the risks and the benefits to obtain the balanced, sustainable development. Okay, so as it was said, first let's focus on these two directions or two transitions which are currently on the way in global economy. So the first one, which has started a little bit almost 100 years ago when the first computer systems were developed and used, but mostly the rapid increase of this transition can be noticed in the recent 20-30 years when computational power increased a lot, and also it was finally possible to use these large data sets and to process them efficiently using machine learning. So digital transition, this is just our typical and normal and daily observation that we more and more use, and our daily routines are dependent on these possibilities which are given by large computer systems, but also small personal systems. So when we look deeper behind this transition, we will find that modern transport, modern economy is highly dependent on these methods. So we also can find that there are quite a lot benefits related to these methods in the context of optimization of production, and in a result we may observe that there are less wastes produced, and of course also there is much more interest in recycling of the waste which are already produced and which are quite natural element of our daily routines. And of course we may also find more spectacular examples like, for example, AlphaFold, which give us a huge possibility to accelerate development in modern medicine by finding new proteins much more quickly, and what is also very important, in a more efficient way. And of course, especially in the context of the main subject of your conference, tropical studies, I think that a very important element, a very important outcome behind this digital transition is just also possibility to model the climate, global climate, but also just to give us the possibility to predict locally weather conditions, and so especially maybe predict some natural disasters which are also affecting us almost each day. But at the other end, we have also maybe something which is newer a little bit and not so popular, but also important for the life of human on the earth. It means the green transition. So green transition is related to the way of thinking which would promote the decarbonization of industry and to make the industrial process using renewables resources, and of course not only production but also work and life-work balance is behind this green transition, just to provide all human beings the way to live in more comfort and secure way. So the question behind these two transitions is, do they support each other or are they contradictory? So let's look again in more detailed way on some benefits or possible benefits, just showing us the possibility to combine these two transitions into one big transition, changing our world. So the first goal, a very important goal in the terms also of our climate, is just to reduce the emission of CO2. And as one of the study recently presented shows, it is possible to reduce global emission from 3.2 to 5.4 gigatons of CO2 till 2035. So this is quite huge amount of CO2 because this can be compared to an annual emission of all EU nations. So how it can be obtained? So the most of this reduction can be obtained by reduction of emission related to energy and energy consumption. So almost 2 gigatons can be reduced. Another very important element in this process is just to optimize food production change. So there is also possible to obtain some important reduction of emission in the context of food production and food distribution. And of course, what was already mentioned during the previous presentations, electric vehicles, just transformation in the transport from fossil used in transport to electric vehicles can also bring us some additional benefits in this goal. And what more, and especially what is more related to scientific research and the goals which are main point of interest in many research centers, also developing new algorithms, new methods, especially which allow us to use in a more wide way digital twins to model, to design elements of our infrastructure, of industry elements. It, as researchers show, can highly reduce the time, but also the cost, and finally also the total cost on also environment during the implementation of our ideas in practice. Another element is, of course, smart grids. So just using renewable energy is quite obvious and well-known direction of development in the whole world. However, as we have noticed, as for example in Europe this year, in the southern part of the Europe, Spain, and almost also a part of France has encountered blackout, sudden blackout because instability of this renewable resources of energy. So to make this system working, to make this system secure, also needs some more work in the area of infrastructure, but of course also more algorithmic way of management. These resources should be planned and implemented to provide us secure sources of energy. And of course, modeling climate, it allows us to learn something more about the changes which are on the way. However, what is even more important, it will allow us to predict what may happen in the future, what disasters may appear and where, but also it will help us to think about more balanced and more rational planning of, for example, data centers implementation or building in the more convenient places where, for example, cooling is easier. And so this was a brief overview of some benefits of some types of positive aspects related to digital transformation in relation to green transformation. But what is maybe not so obvious and not widely recognized, when we look at these methods, these possibilities, not only on the final stage, on the applications of them and usability and friendliness of using AI systems, but how we get this functionality, the picture is not so bright and not so obvious. So here is the one slide which demonstrates the problem behind new technologies, one of the problems behind new technologies. So here is the increase of the consumption of emission of CO2 for the three big techs during the last 4 years period. So we see that it is quite a large increase of emission. So yeah, we have said that this AI, machine learning, can make our life more efficient and also more friendly for our environment. But also we must evaluate the cost of it. So another cost, which is even less recognized than this emission and energy consumption, and it was somehow also addressed during some previous presentations during your conference. It is water consumption. Water is also highly needed, especially in the area of data centers. Huge and more large data centers need more and more clear water, and this is also very important that we are on the way to compete between computer systems and humans for the clear water, which is also very valuable resource for in many places in the world. So here you have one example that approximately 1 day of ChatGPT system requires almost 1 million of liters of water, of fresh water. So this also cannot be forgotten, that this is a part of the cost of modern technology. So generally we can just summarize this as a type of paradox, which is not a new paradox. It was for the first time observed and defined by William Stanley Jevons in 1865. It means it was just the beginning of the first industry revolution. So yeah, very many times, very many years ago, and quite different revolution it was that we have nowadays. So he noticed that more efficient coal use led to increased coal consumption, not to reduction of it. So we can notice exactly the same, maybe in another area. So we have more efficient, more powerful AI system, GPUs, CPUs, data centers. So it means that also per unit price of using such system is lower. So it increases finally the usage of these systems, and finally, just overall balance is negative in the total energy usage. So energy finally, which is needed to support execution of all these algorithms, of this method, is higher than it was before these methods were developed, before we could use these quite good and very important AI methods or machine learning. So we also may give more detailed picture about this paradox, looking on more distinct and more specific areas of our lives. So yeah, we can give many examples in, for example, context of material usage. So yeah, some time ago we needed huge large hard drives. We needed physical CDs, DVDs to watch movies, to
I'm sorry, sir.
listen to.
Yeah, you have about 3 more minutes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, no, thank you for this information, and I will just accelerate. Okay. So we have many examples about this. Contradiction that we think that we are using less resources. Finally, unluckily, we are using more resources. And here is one brief slide related to my personal study, which was about emission related to 100 of the most or the biggest e-shops in Poland. And we also noticed that, there is quite huge diversity between them in the emission of CO2. And what we even, and what is the most important outcome of our research, that it is not only the way how we look at the final effect of the algorithm or methods or functionality which we get, but also for wise and sustainable usage of these resources. It highly needed to go deeper to see what are not only direct costs of implementing AI and machine learning in our environment, in our system, but also what is behind in the next layers. So solutions, finally 1 minute just to summarize. What can we do? What is our goal? It is to care more about infrastructure. So this first layer, how we produce, how we get energy to empower our system. Then algorithmic, what is also very important, especially for our scientific society. We have very huge resources, large resources, great CPUs, GPUs, computational power is highly available, but it doesn't mean that we don't need to optimize our methods, our algorithm, to use them more efficiently and finally to reduce the global cost of their application in the real system. And of course, we are not possible to change the situation only acting alone, but we need some support from the political level or government. So the last slide, these two transformations are not contradictory. However, at this moment in time, there are still a lot of tension between progress in digital transformation and green transformation. So we must take care. We must be more curious. What is the cost? Not only look at the benefits or potential benefits of our work. It also is important not only for the industry, but I suppose that it is also very important message for researchers, just to take more care about the potential costs of our inventions. Okay, so this was the last point of my presentation. So thank you one more time for inviting me to the conference. And
Thank you so much. Give a blast to Zygor Skłodka, PhD, for a really good presentation. Sir, I actually have a curiosity about the thing that you've been saying. The presentation highlights that major AI providers do not disclose critical data on water usage and per query energy consumption. Because I am a lecturer in environmental engineering, so from the environmental engineering point of view, this transparency gap makes it nearly impossible to conduct LCA, life cycle assessment of AI systems. So what do you think is a single actionable mandatory disclosure standard regarding water consumption that is the most critical for policymakers to implement immediately to close this gap?
Yeah, it is a very important question. However, it's very hard to be answered, especially by me as as the just scientist. I think that this is not the problem with the data or availability of data, but it is just problem of policymakers and decision. I think that the only way it can be obtained, this gap can be closed by somehow forcing all entities, not only these big techs, but all suppliers of any solution, just to present their data more openly.
Okay.
So, of course, it is not the answer, but
I know it's quite hard questions to really answer directly on the spot because like the decision maker and policy makers need to be included in here as well. So in here we still have a lot of participants. Is there anyone who want to ask a question to our esteemed fourth speaker today? Okay. There is a gentleman over there at the behind. Please hand over the mic to him. State your name and your department.
Excuse me, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurman Dwi Prasetyo. I'm from environmental engineer. I'm a freshman. Excuse me if my English is bad, but I want to ask a question for Mr. Gregors about. I'm a freshman in University of Malawarman, and as a college student, I want to ask about AI. What role as us as a college student what role that we can play to ensure that AI is used for responsibly in sustainability on campus and in future career as an engineer? Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for this question. It's a very important question. I think that each student should ask him or herself this question because, after all, the decision of each of us make finally the world better or not. So also in now in current times, when we see that these tools are more and more available and they are more and more useful, that's very good for us, all of us. But as you have mentioned, we must use these tools as any other also tools wisely. What does it mean? It means that we should use these tools only to fill our knowledge gaps, not to replace our thinking, critical thinking, but to look for something which is really hard to get for ourselves. So this is one thing, not to overuse these tools, not to overestimate. The second thing may be a little bit funny and not directly answering your question, but as researchers showed, as also this value which was presented during my presentation about water consumption shows, try to use these tools only when they need it, because one researcher claim that even just putting into AI chat simple response, thank you for your answer, AI, generates additional costs. So yeah, just in conclusion, some some anecdotic summary. Don't thanks AI for what it has been done, because it also generates some resources which are consumed without any reason.
Okay, thank you very much. Very well question and answer, sir, for that. Is there anyone who also want to ask a question again? If there is not, I have another curiosity, sir. We are talking about the water consumption because of the AI. So, is the quality of water actually related to the energy consumption for the AI in here?
Quality of water in the context of AI. Yeah, there are many aspects related to this, because water consumption in the context of AI applications is mainly in the context of cooling systems. So cooling systems obviously need, unluckily for us, clean water. So if we don't use directly clean water, we must first clean this water. So it means that we need more energy to clean this water. And so finally, it means that the total energy consumption by a data center which empowers AI system will be higher. So yeah, I don't know if it answers to your question, but this is how this dependency between clear water, water consumption, energy consumption, and AI works.
Okay, so unfortunately, AI also needs clean water. So AI is like another population of human that needs clean water to survive and live.
Exactly.
Okay.
Unluckily.
Unluckily, yes. Thank you so much for the presentations, sir. And thank you as well for all the participants who asked a question and give the support for today. Now, we are about to give an applause to all of the speakers that we have for today, for Dr. Wan Zakia as well, and for Gregor Skolazik as well. Give applause to both of them, please. We really hope that next time we can meet in person in Indonesia, or we can go to Poland to have a more engaging conversations. So now, for everyone, we are about to enter the last sessions that we've been waiting for this whole time. It is about the announcement. The announcement, the first one, we will announcing the person who asks questions and gives them a merchandise. The first one from Givandra. May you come forward? Yes, come forward. The second one, Professor Hafiluddin. Prof, hello, can you come forward as well to ask a question? The third one, Vice Dean Insinyur Farizal Adnan. Pak Adnan, can you come forward? Thank you. And then the number 4, Owl from Geographic Education. The beautiful lady at the back who asked a question. Is she still here? No, unfortunately, she's not in here anymore. Okay. And then we would like to call Imam from Electrical Engineering. Please come forward. And the last one, Nurman from Environmental Engineering. Please come forward as well. And we also, okay, give applause to 5 of them. Okay, 5 of them. So we would like to invite Professor Tamrin to present the merchandise to these 5 gentlemen. Oh, there is no girls, actually. The documentation teams, yes, please stand by. Okay, the first one for Pak Adnan. Thank you for the questions to our speakers. And then for Mas Givan. Thank you as well, Mas Givan, for the question. Yeah. And then for Professor Hafil as well. He's already a professor, but he still have a lot of curiosity as well to ask questions. Thank you. Appreciating the question that has been asked. And then for Imam. Thank you. And then the last one for Nurman. In front of the engineering. Please, can we come in here and take a photo with all 5 of them before? Rapa, squeeze in between us. Yes. Usually the ladies is at the behind. No, at the middle. But okay. Look at the camera in my countdown. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. You may be seated back. And now, since this is an international conference, so we will announcing the best paper of research that's been submitted to us. We will also announcing the best presenter of the paper that's been submitted to us. For the best paper, we would like to invite a team or a people, the author of the paper called System Dynamics Modeling of Rainwater Harvesting for Public Facilities Using Power Sim, from Dr. Insinyur Mardeni Jamal STMT. Is there anyone who can represent her on behalf in here? Okay, come forward. So your paper actually selected as the best paper, which means the result is really good quality. Okay. Okay. So what is your name?
Dewari Hardianti Apta.
Dewari, and you are the presenter. How do you feel you get the best paper?
Oh, I got so good. Yeah.
Is it like the first award of the best paper for you? Okay. Usually it's really hard for the conference to get the best paper. Okay, and then for the next one, the best presenter, we would like to ask Kausar Hilmi Izzuddin from Statistik Indonesia with the paper Leveraging Remote Sensing to Identify Priority Areas for Urban Green Planning, driven by Ecosystem Services Demand, a Surabaya case study. For Mr. Kausar Hilmi Izzuddin, we would like to ask you to come forward. Or a person who can represent him. An author with the same paper. Okay, unfortunately. So, Bu Febri, would you like to represent Pak Kausar Hilmi Izzuddin? Okay, Bu Retri, right. Restri. And we also would like again call Prof. Tamrin and Prof. Hafil to present. The first one, congratulations for Mardewi Jamal and her team to get the Best Paper Award at this conference. And then, congratulations, representing Mr. Kausar Hilmi Izzuddin from Statistik Indonesia, selected as the best presenter at this conference. Okay. We would like to take a picture with our best paper and best presenter. Again? Okay. Thank you so much, and you may be seated back. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now have reached at the end of today's conference. On behalf of the committee, we would like to express our deepest gratitude to all the speakers, participants, moderators, supporting teams for making the Ictrops 2025 a success. Before we conclude, let us reflect on the fruitful discussion and innovative ideas shared over the past days. So apparently, because we have more merchandise, so I would like to ask the questions, and anyone who can answer the question will get the merchandise. The merchandise is really good. Is it like a headphone? Yeah, the headphone merchandise. So I will ask about something related to this day's conference. The first one, is there anyone who can summarize the presentation of the third speaker from Malaysia, talking about AI for predicting water quality? Just a short summary. Raise your hand. Is the question hard? Short answer. Okay, I'm sorry. I usually ask a hard question at the classroom. So, I'm gonna ask. The last one, my question to Zygors Kowalski is about AI and its relation to quality of water. So does AI actually needs a clean water or polluted water? Does AI need clean water or polluted water? Okay, and the lady at the back? So what is your answer?
Clean water.
Correct. You can come forward and get your merchandise. Next question. It will be really easy as well. Can AI forecasting the water quality? The answer is can or cannot. So, can AI forecasting the water quality? Raise your hand. Okay. Gentleman with the curly hair over there. What is your answer, sir? Stand up, please. Yes. So,
the answer is yes, it can. AI can be used to forecast the water quality through machine learning.
okay, correct. You may come forward and get the merchandise. So, this will be a true or false question. I will give you a statement and you can answer it by saying true or false. You have to use AI to close the gap of your knowledge, not to replace the way of your thinking. True or false? Okay. The gentleman with a blue shirt, are you wearing batik? Okay. So.
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Michael Pebian. The answer is, if AI can make me, can, yes, false, false. No, true, yes. True, because with AI we can learn about the critical thinking, problem solving, and public speaking. Because AI can give us a script and make some question to us to learn. Okay, so true.
Okay, so your final answer is true?
Yes.
You don't want to change it into false?
No.
No?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Really?
Really, miss.
Really? Okay, correct. You may come forward and get your merchandise. Okay, that is all the merchandise that we have. Okay, now I need to redo all of the closing again. So, we are now entering at the end of today's conference, and before we conclude it, let us reflect the fruitful discussion and innovative ideas shared over the past days. The enthusiasm and commitment demonstrated by every individual here have reaffirmed the vital role of this platform in advancing knowledge and creating solutions. We are confident that the connections forged here will evolve into meaningful projects, driving impactful progress toward our shared goal, a sustainable tropical future. We sincerely hope that every participant departs not only with valuable insights, but also with renewed energy and purpose to implement the strategies discussed in their respective fields. May this conference bring inspiration and strengthen collaboration towards sustainable tropical futures. Thank you for your attention. See you again at the next Ictrops. I'm Aulia, and on behalf of the committee, I would like to say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.